Hello, this is me, Jerry B. I'm here again, and I want to talk to you today about you. Is there a couple of people out there that's listening to this video right now that's feeling down, that's feeling, I guess you can say you're not confident within yourself, you're not self-confident, you're not feeling like you're qualified or capable of doing the things that you so desire to do? Well, I'm here to tell you, yes, you can. I don't care what anybody says. If you put it in your mind to do what you're called to do, nothing can stop you. And it's funny when I say nothing can stop you. I thought about this message I preached called Nothing Can Stop You. I'm all the way up, right? But I want to talk to you about that because so many times we allow certain people to put us down and they just break us down, man. And what I want you to do, to start doing, is taking yourself back, taking you back. And so to speak, you be the best you that you can be. And I'm just going to give you 5 things today that I want you to do. And once you do those, maybe tomorrow I'll give you 5 more. But today I'm going to give you 5, okay? And in doing those 5, if you start, practicing, practice make perfect. And just like the video before this one, I talked about persistence. And if you are persistent about your goals and your dreams and your desires, trust me, you'll start feeling better and you'll start feeling confident and knowing that you can do what you're called to do. So the first thing I want you to begin to do is to visualize yourself where you want to be. In other words, take some quiet time and begin to close your eyes and visualize what your life could be. In other words, I want you to begin to dream like you never dreamed before. Put some meditation in it. I meditate every day. As a matter of fact, I meditate every morning before I even get out of the bed. Once I wake up, go to the restroom or whatever I'm going to do, wash my face, I lay back down and I meditate. And of course, in those times of meditation, I do visualize. I begin to think about the things that I want out of life and the things that I already have. And I take that quiet time and I visualize myself being there. And you'll be surprised how that make you feel. It'll make you feel really, really good. As a matter of fact, it'll make you feel very, very peaceful. Okay? So you want to do that. And there's a quote I got here. As a matter of fact, I'm reading this book now. It's called What the Mind Can Conceive and Believe It Can Achieve. And and I always, on my website, I got, if you can think it, you can achieve it. So you want to visualize yourself there. And once you begin to visualize yourself, then begin to think on that thing. Just like Napoleon Hill said, he got this book out called Think and Go Rich. As a matter of fact, I am reading that book right now, and it's a really good book. So get the book, okay? I don't get no commission off it, but yeah, get the book, okay? So yeah, you want to visualize yourself. You want to think on that thing, because once you begin to think on it and meditate on it, it starts beginning to feel real to you. And that's what you want. You want it to feel real. You want it to feel good. And that's what happens when you think on something. That's just like if you think on a lie long enough, guess what? You're going to believe it, right? So think on those things that makes you feel good, right? So, and that's what you want to do, okay? Now, the second thing I want you to do, I want you to affirm yourself. And I'm going to read another quote, okay? It says, affirmation are a powerful tool to deliberate, install desire, beliefs about yourself. So, in other words, if you start doing affirmations, you start affirming who you are, all right? And you begin to say those affirmations every single day. You know, you could say, you know what, I am a millionaire, right? Okay, I have love for everybody, right? I draws kind people to me, right? You begin to say these positive things in your life, and you'll find yourself, those things begin to come to you. If you say it enough, they become real life, baby. Okay? So yeah, you want to begin to affirm yourself. You want to begin to do those affirmations. You know, I got quite a few I say every day. You know, I also meditate on the Lord is my shepherd and I shall not want. I meditate on that every single morning. Matter of fact, and before I lay down to go to sleep. Okay? Because the Lord is my shepherd and I shall not want. Okay? I believe that. I don't have to want for nothing. Okay? So that's what you want to do. You want to find things and affirm with yourself what you want out of life. Okay? So the third thing, somebody say number three. Number three. The third thing I want you to do, I want you to do one thing that scares you. One thing that scares you. Okay? In other words, if you don't like height, go to some high place and say, you know what, I'm gonna conquer this. Or if you can't stand to be a snake, you know, go in downtown or over at the beach somewhere. They got those snakes around their neck. Go and put one around your neck, right? Do something that you're scared to do. In other words, you find yourself conquering things that you have fear in. So because when fear, it stops you. It stops you from doing everything. Fear will stop you from starting a business because you wonder, well, if is it going to work? Okay? So you want to do something that scares you. Okay? Something that you know that you have fear in doing. You want to do it. Because that's going to get you out of your comfort zone. And then once you do that, you're going to feel good because you say, you know what? Wow, really, it really wasn't that bad. Okay, so that's number three. The fourth thing I want you to do is question your inner critic. Ooh, isn't that a good one? Yay, I clap on that one. Because you is your worst critic, right? You is your worst critic. You always criticizing yourself. Matter of fact, when you don't do things to the standard that you know is supposed to be done, guess what you do? You criticize yourself. Why don't you pat yourself on the back a little bit, right? That, yay, Jeri, you did a good job. Yes, I see some things where I can kind of like do better, but guess what? I did a good job. So you want to question that inner critic. And let me give you a quote with that. It says, you have been criticizing yourself for years and it hasn't worked. Try approving of yourself and see what happens. Approve of yourself. Do that for me. Approve of yourself. And I'm going to tell you something. A lot of times the reason why we don't approve ourselves because so many times people don't put us down. So many times, sometimes it's the parents that put us down. You know, it can be the husband, it can be the wife, it can be the children. You know, because none of us is perfect and we all make mistakes. We all make mistakes, but that don't mean you who they say you are. Okay? Somebody else's opinion doesn't mean that you are that person that they talk about. So you have to begin to say, you know what, I'm better than that. You know, I've seen relationships where the significant other put the other person down so bad to their confidence level has really squashed them down where they don't even believe they can do anything. They don't even believe they can even live on their own. They just don't have that confidence to be able to succeed in life. And it's only because they believe the lie. And what you have to do is say, you know what, I'm not believing the lie. Okay? I'm going to approve of myself. You know what? I might not look like Halle Berry, but guess what? I like me. Matter of fact, I love me. Begin to treat yourself like you love you. Okay? Because beauty starts within. And one thing I notice about beauty is once it's within, it begins to show out. Guess what? People don't really care how you look. Huh? I'm serious. Beauty is within, baby. And once that begins to shine on the outside, like they say, nothing can stop you. Because the beautifulness on the inside of you is starting to come out. Okay. Enough with that. Okay, the fifth one. Okay, the fifth one is take the 100 days of rejection challenge. Okay, and it says, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Hello. So, what that tells you, the people that's around you that's making you inferior, you have given them consent to do that. So I tell you today, the ones that's there to put you down, one by one, I just started dropping them. You don't have to be around that. Matter of fact, who's in your 5 circle? Is the 5 closest people around you, right? Who's in your circle? Just look at the 5, the closest 5 that you have. And then out of that 5, you choose the ones that's positive in your life and then the ones that's not. You know who they are. And the ones that's not positive, you don't have to be around them that much. Matter of fact, I never tell nobody just forget a person. That's really not being human. But what I would tell you, don't make it your business to be around them. Okay, if they come around, fine. You love them on them and you do what you do. But don't make it a habit of going over to their house when you know they're negative. Okay? You want to focus on the people that's positive in your life. And if out of that 5, none is positive, baby, it's time for you to get another circle. So, I want to give you an assignment. That those 5 things, the visual yourself, the way you want it to be, right? You want to visualize yourself, how you want your life to be, where you want to be. In Hawaii on a vacation, right? Or it may be, having a beach home, or maybe living in Beverly Hills, or just maybe having a simple home. Okay, whatever it is, visualize yourself there, that you have accomplished what your desire is. Okay, or you've accomplished that dream of your profession, your career. Just begin to visualize yourself that. All right, okay, visualize it, then affirming yourself. Start doing some affirmations. I'm rich. I am in good health. Okay, and I'm a multi-millionaire. I mean, just start naming them all. The things, make all the affirmations you want, and just make it a habit of saying them every single day. Okay, then you want to what? Do one thing that you might have fear. Okay, if you got fear, you definitely want to overcome that fear and just begin to do it, and you'll sure feel better. Okay, and then of course the 4th one is what? Question your inner self, your critic self, the one on the inside that calls you to criticize yourself every time you might make a mistake. And sometimes you don't make a mistake, but you're so busy criticizing yourself, you criticizing yourself when you don't make a mistake. Okay, so you definitely want to get yourself in check with that one. Okay, and then the last but not least, take the challenge. Take the challenge. Okay, take the challenge, the 100-day rejection challenge. Don't give nobody consent for you to be inferior. Okay, would you do that for me? Well, I'm done. But I did want to leave you with a note. And that is, today is going to be a good day. Why? Because I say so. You have a good one now. Planching down and dig you later.